And here comes the Heisman Trophy winner.
Joe Burrow, 6'4" senior from Athens, Ohio.
First man in SEC history to throw for 4,000 yards and 40 or more touchdown passes. Set the SEC single season marks for passing yardage and passing touchdowns. And a very talented cast everywhere you look around him. Chris Curry gets the starter running back. Wide open is Thaddeus Moss in the second half of the year. First team all SEC after the play fake, the slant, the catch, and the touchdown for Justin Jefferson. So here comes Joe Burrow, enormously popular in 2 years on the Bayou. Changed the spelling of his name in the back of his jersey on senior night. We mentioned the SEC records, the passing yardage mark held by Tim Couch, the touchdowns by Drew Lock. Already reeled in a conference title, Conference Player of the Year, the Heisman Trophy, but aiming for a bigger fish, 2 wins away from the national title. Midway through the first quarter, LSU back on offense. They bring pressure off the corner. Burrow got it off to Justin Jefferson. He weaves across the 40. Justin Briles in there for the injured Delarian Turner-Yell. Missed a tackle, and Pat Fields came to his aid.
And it's off coverage, too, so it's an easy throw and catch on that out route against off coverage, and the missed tackle just adds insult to injury.
And after the play fake, the quick strike, Burrow on target as usual. And across midfield with another first down goes Justin Jefferson to the Sooner 43.
Now LSU is getting away with getting some linemen downfield. That's about the third RPO they've run. That time, Adrian McGee, the left guard, was clearly downfield on that slant route. They're showing run, and then Joe Burrow is choosing to pass off of it.
Here comes pressure from Oklahoma. Burrow plenty of time. On target to Terrace Marshall.
That side together.
2nd and 10, they're in field goal range. Burrow checks it down to Jefferson.
On those 2 runs.
Jamar Chase now lined up on the left hip of Burrow. He feels the rush so well and throws for a touchdown. Terrace Marshall, after the quick checkup when he hit his head, back on the field into the end zone. It's 13-7.
The first look on a play like that is going to be to Jamar Chase. He's in the backfield. You want to try to get him isolated on a linebacker or a safety. They covered that. And you see how these receivers are able to adjust and move with Joe Burrow. As he moves in the pocket, they adjust their routes, and that's exactly what Marshall did for his 11th touchdown catch of the season.
There's the 18-year-old freshman kicker, Cade York, with the 29-year-old holder, Zach von Rosenberg, and the extra point is good. And LSU goes back on top. Joe Burrow, 8 out of 10 and 2 touchdowns. Notice because he was nearest getting the earful from Lincoln Riley. Burrow looked deep, checked it down to Chris Curry.
Chase has been very quiet so far for LSU.
Burrow, plenty of time, running out of time, retreating. Murray tries to help rush as he reaches the sideline. He lobs it up, and it is caught by Terrace Marshall.
My only question was Terrace Marshall out of bounds. He was out of bounds, I think, and was not forced out. I guess you could say maybe, but then he comes back in and makes a catch. Trey Brown was in coverage. And Meade in here right now, too, in place of Kenneth Murray.
And a big drop off there. Burrow avoids the rush. On target again. Justin Jefferson. The ball goes up out of bounds. He didn't manage mark. Came into the game at 77-9. That would be the record. Throwing deep. Has him in! again. Another touchdown. Jefferson hangs on this time for 6 points.
Well, he didn't drop this one. Another beautiful throw. He's in the slot. It's off coverage again. And unfortunately, it's Justin Broyles again, the new safety. You get a safety matched up on a wide receiver.
Third touchdown pass in the quarter for Burrow. The extra point good for Cade York, and it's 21-7 with 1:16 to go in the first quarter. 51 touchdown passes this year for Joe Burrow, who, when the season began, according to our friend and colleague Todd McShay, might have been a last day draft pick.
Right.
4th, 5th, 6th round, perhaps at best. And now most people believe he's going to be the #1 pick. I know our director, Scott Johnson, a Cincinnati Bengal fan, hopes he's a Cincinnati Bengal.
Well, he's just been so good knowing exactly where to go with the football.
On a 5-star system. Burrow flush to his right. Now takes off running, has a long way to go, and it looks like he got there. He did, with a yard to spare. Chased out by Brendan Radley-Hiles.
Well, watch Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's going to chip right here first and then run the drag route. And then watch the block he's going to get at the end of the play. It's his block. Actually, he got leveled by Brad.
Out of football. So 1st and 10 at the 46. Burrow showing that running ability again. Wisely dives down after a 12-yard gain to the Oklahoma 42 and a first down.
That they couldn't come down with.
Burrow dodges the rush. Going for Jefferson again. It's another touchdown. And he beat Woody Washington, newly into the game for the ejected Radley-Hiles.
Well, Woody Washington, I mean, he was beat right away. He got flat-footed in coverage. Watch Woody Washington just get flat-footed right there. And as soon as that happened, Jefferson ran right by him. And Joe Burrow, I mean, he's got that killer instinct. He's going to find the matchup. He's going to find the new guy, and he's going to exploit it. And he did again for a touchdown.
What a half for Justin Jefferson. Been targeted 8 times. He has 6 catches for 136 yards and now 3 touchdowns. Burrow's thrown 4, #1 up by 21. Record-setting first half for the LSU Tigers, leading Oklahoma 28-7. 4 touchdown passes already for Joe Burrow.
And what he's doing is he's finding and exploiting the matchups of his best receivers on safeties. This was the first touchdown to Justin Jefferson. Jefferson has 6 catches for 136 yards. Just about every catch has been in a matchup that favors him against the safety. This time Justin Broyles, the new starting strong safety. And then that last touchdown against the freshman Woody Washington. First time in the game, they went right at him. And they're exploiting the matchups. And that's good coaching, good play calling, and good quarterbacking.
This is Jalen Hurts' 7th career game in the playoff. That's the first interception he has thrown. Of course, the other killed in a plane crash near Lafayette, Louisiana. Game. He and his family are completely devastated, as is everybody else. Burrow stepped up into the pocket, on target again. Here's Jamar Chase. Tripped up, but with a first down at the 30-yard line.
Well, they tried to run that same little stunt. This time it's picked up. Joe Burrow knows he's got protection. He steps up in the pocket, but he never loses sight of Jamar Chase, who now makes his first catch in the football game, and it's a huge one on 3rd and 17.
22-yard gain. Burrow deep again, on target again. Jefferson again. Touchdown again.
Unbelievable. Watch the little hesitation by Jefferson. Just a little freezes Justin Broyles. And then he creates separation, and Joe Burrow says, I'm going to give him a chance. He gets a step on him. He's a bigger guy. I'm going to give him a chance to make a play. And Jefferson comes through. Tight end in motion and lead him as a blocker.
On target, wide open receiver. Thaddeus Moss with one man to beat. Touchdown! Pat Fields could not get him down. Pat Fields got mossed. Burrow to Thaddeus Moss.
Here's Moss right here. Ugwebu is going to make contact here, and then nobody's going to run with him. They roll the safety deep. Nobody goes down the slot. And that's just a bust in the Oklahoma coverage to the short side of the field. Jamar Chase drew the corner. Motley, nobody went deep in the deep third of the field. And again, Joe Burrow does not miss things. If you make a mistake, he sees it and he makes you pay for it.
He has thrown 6 touchdown passes, which ties the single game LSU record for any game in the history of the program. And he set that mark earlier this year against Vanderbilt. He has set the college football playoff record for passing yards and a half. And Justin Jefferson still sitting there with 4 receiving touchdowns, the CFP single game record for the whole game. And we're still 4 minutes plus from halftime.
The hamstring in this ball game right now.
LSU with one of the most impressive first halves in college football bowl game history. Nothing. He said nothing? He said nope. It's Joe Burrow, it's Joe Brady, it's all these great players and coaches and everybody at every level of the operation. Burrow has a man wide open. It's Jamar Chase with a first down near the 10. Justin Broyles called upon to make another tackle. That's a 38-yard play.
This looks just like one of the plays we showed in the open. A team decides to rush 3 and drop 8. Joe Burrow sees that. He'll just buy time. He'll just wait and wait. Keeps his eyes downfield and waits for one of his key receivers to uncover. And it was Jamar Chase, 38 yards down.
Standing by. Burrow fakes it. Throws wide open. Touchdown. Terrace Marshall this time.
Same play they scored a touchdown against Georgia in the SEC championship. It's a bunch formation and Terrace Marshall looks like he's going to block and then just kind of slips out. Watch Terrace Marshall right here. He's going to come in here and just kind of look like he's going to block. Goes back out. Oklahoma goes with the play fake and it's wide open. Exact same play they scored on in this building.
At LSU, the single season touchdown reception record, as Joe Burrow has set another mark, and we're not yet to halftime.
College football playoff.
Play fake, the slant, the catch, and the touchdown! Burrow feels the rush so well and throws for a touchdown. Throwing deep, has him in! Another touchdown! Deep again, on target again, Jefferson again, touchdown again! Kenneth Murray made the tackle. Well, here are a few of the records set today within the college football playoff. The 7 touchdown passes, the yards and a half. Jefferson's 4 receiving touchdowns is 186 yards, and they're 49 points in any half. The 7 touchdown passes in a bowl game matched only by Cooper Rush of Central Michigan against Western Kentucky in the 2014 Bahamas Bowl. He has an entire half to shatter that. Joe Burrow delivers to Justin Jefferson, his 10th catch.
Pocket gets collapsed. He never looks like he's lost his cool.
Throwing deep, caught. Terrace Marshall all the way to the 25-yard line of Oklahoma. Quick hitter to Justin Jefferson. Toward the Buckeyes, had a great experience there. He wants a rushing touchdown, and he has it. He's thrown for 7, and now he's rushed for 1.
We kind of got a double push from Justin Jefferson and Chris Curry. Good blocking on the right side of the line. Then watch Jefferson and Curry both get behind him and help him into the end zone.
Now, that is a play I definitely would not have run in this situation. You really want him to take a shot at the goal line with the score like this when you're on your way to play for a national title? Handwriting's a little tough. Extra point good by Cade York.
Well, here's what Joe Burrow, we talked about the open. Now, how do you want to defend him? Because he can beat you in a lot of ways. He can beat you with his legs. Most of the time, when he runs for first downs. If you get pressure on him, he's going to find the matchup. He's going to buy time, and he's going to find your weakness and your weak link. This time they went after the freshman, Woody Washington. If you drop 3 or rush 3 and drop 8, he's just going to buy time. He's not going to panic. He's going to move. He's going to keep his eyes downfield, find an open receiver, and get him the football. I mean, he sees what you're doing, and he knows where he wants to go with the football before you have a chance to get to him and make a play. And he's done that game in and game out this entire season, and that's why he's the Heisman Trophy winner. Kyler Murray, it's completely different than what it used to be.
Another catch for Jefferson. Joe Burrow still out there with his team up by 35 and improved throwers we've talked about all day long. And kudos to John Harbaugh, Greg Roman, and that staff. You know, they've crafted an offense. Coaching is about taking
Offensively.
Burrow after the play fake. Display in this college football playoff semifinal. What a day for Joe Burrow. 493 yards. That is his career high, passing the 489 he threw for at Ole Miss in mid-November. The total yards, the 8 touchdowns, responsible for 7 touchdown passes and 1 rushing. Both single game records in the college football playoff now in its 6th year. Here's a look at today's AT&T best performance.
Well, Joe Burrow has been fantastic, as has Justin Jefferson. Tremendous connection all day. They found the matchups. They went after him. Joe Burrow 29 of 39, 493 and 7 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson 14 catches, 227 yards, and 4 of those touchdown receptions. Been fun to watch.